So your second tip for what you need in your bag. Try again.
Okay.
Not try.
So something I always carry with me is a face spritz, something that just refreshes my skin throughout the day. I love one with either a water base or a coconut base that just has all natural ingredients. Just really, it helps with the pollution and also if it's more dry out too. But I use it year round. So.
Okay, perfect. Second tip. Anything. Second tip.
Third tip.
No, second tip.
Oh, now it's the second.
Yeah, the second tip. Anything what hydrates your skin for your hands, for your face, for anything. That's the second tip. Right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I know the third tip.
Third tip, but what's in my bag?
Yeah. What's in your
Always
bag?
I usually carry a small Vaseline, which sounds really crazy, but it's the only thing that really like helps my skin when my lips are really, really chapped. So my daughter always has chapped lips as well, so I always give her, it's like a little tiny Vaseline. You can get the portable one too that you don't have to like stick your finger in it.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite. It's very affordable. You can find it at any grocery store. It's always easy to have on hand.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So third tip,
Very
little Vaseline. So a little summary about it. First, a portable charger.
Yeah.
Then anything what hydrates your skin. And then third one, a Vaseline for the lips.
Yes.
That's great. So I would ask, what you have in your bag, but you told me already there's nothing in it because you rushed over here.
This is not the bag.
So we can skip that question. So.
Or I can give you the clip of the one if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I can it's on the table and it just shows the same things I talked about.
Okay. The same thing we talked about now in a little clip.
In another clip that I have.
Yeah, the last question I have on my plan is the best events you're going to in LA. What is the best event you've been to or what's coming up, what you're very excited of?
It's hard. We do have a lot of events in LA, but I feel like usually during Fashion Month are where the events that I have the most fun and enjoy happen the most, and that's usually not in LA. It's either in New York or when I do Paris and Milan.
So really the fashion weeks in New York, fashion week in Paris, in Milan.
Yeah, and I feel like those have the best because there are so many of the designers that I love, and because there's not really headquarters out here in LA, it's hard because if they do have an event here, it's either someone flew out to host it or it's a very small pop-up. So it's different because LA is kind of out of the hub of the main fashion houses, which is kind of makes it difficult. But I would say New York, there's even I'm going to New York in 2 weeks and there's already quite a bit of events lined up because it's Men's Fashion Week then, so there's I'm having different meetings and things like that as well. But I wish LA would be more of a place for, that would be really fun if they could ever do like a really strong fashion week here. Bring everything from New York to LA, that'd be amazing. But I don't know if that will ever happen.
Perfect. And so if you don't have a strong fashion week in LA, what would be your favorite event in LA?
You mean like something that like a hobby more that I like to do?
Anything what you would like to do. If you have like any events, any like festivals or
well, I guess that's in Palm Springs, but I just went to Coachella, which was a little bit of a month ago, and a lot of people fly in for that. But that was really fun. That was actually, it was in the beginning of April, so maybe it was a little bit over a month ago. But that was really fun.
You've been there the last couple of years?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
No, I've never been. I wanted to go this year, but no, I was in Germany because I've been.
It's such a long flight for that too. It's easy for me because I'm already here, but it does make it much bigger of a commitment for my friends to live in Europe because it's just a whole other travel situation. But I feel like when I'm here, it's funny because when I'm here in LA and I'm home, I don't do as many events because I want to be home and being productive and catching up. So it seems like I'm more doing events when I'm on the go because I'm more in that focus point of I'm here to work, I'm here to be out, I'm not going to be in early. It's hard because when I'm in LA, I'm doing a lot more downtime with my daughter. She loves to, we go to the beach, we like to, especially summer coming up, we love to do staycations at hotels, whether they're in Newport or Laguna. So she's going to be, she loves going to Disneyland. We do that sometimes at night and just those like very California things. We do a lot of that, but I guess they're not so much fashion related.
You have SeaWorld in LA, right? You have SeaWorld, you have Six Flags, you have Disneyland.
Well, SeaWorld's in San Diego. We don't really go there, but Six Flags is in Valencia, which is a little further out.
Yeah.
And sometimes the rides are a little scarier for her, so she's a little intimidated by it. But she does like Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. We go there pretty often too.
Okay, so your favorite thing to do when you're as a tourist in LA is pretty much Disneyland.
I love Disneyland, and it's the original one. I love the Disneyland in Orlando, and I also love the one in Paris. But it's so, I feel like the one in Anaheim is very original. So all that original design is there, and it's very magical. I love Disneyland. My daughter loves it too, so that helps. It gives me a reason to go.
That sounds great. I have to check it out, actually.
You haven't been?
No,
oh yeah, you definitely need to go.
Yeah, I have to go. So guys, coming to our last question, I would say we heard a lot about you, and now one last tip. What you can give your community, what you can give the German community of FFU magazine. Like what would you give for the future? I will do it again after think about the question. I wanted to what is your tip to
is it something about like getting involved in it, or
like in general, like what is your tip? I have no idea, like the question is not on the list, but I want to try to make it as an end. So
is it like to get into the industry or to start out?
Like just to give a tip for your community, what to work on in the future or anything, like maybe something about the nature and stuff. I have no idea, like something about, we have to think more about the nature and this is what I
sustainability maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that. The only thing is I've been using this at all.
Or what would you think about? Like what would be a good question at the end? Or what do you want to tell anyone? Do you have anything?
Should I maybe say if you guys are trying to get into it? Because I get a lot of those questions of people saying like, how do I start out?
Yeah, like how do you start with a fashion blog?
Yeah, maybe I can just give like a basic tip.
Okay.
Because that's usually what people always ask me.
Okay, think about it and then
Okay. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
You got it? I will introduce. So, coming to the last question now. What is your tip to start with a fashion blog? What is your tip for your community if someone wants to do or to be like you?
I get this question actually so frequently, and I guess it's different because for me, I started out almost 6 years ago. A lot of people don't see the behind the scenes of working so much for free and so much for just a hobby. They see everything that's happening now and the jobs I'm doing and the events, but there's so much work that went into it in the beginning that was really rough, but no one sees that. Yeah. So I think you have to really be ready to work hard, because I worked 1.5 years without making any money for this, and I literally did it because I kept seeing the growth month after month, and that kept me motivated. I was also getting free clothes and free items, but that was also motivating me too. But it wasn't like I was quitting my job right from the start and I was like, oh, this is an easy job, cool. So I think people don't understand that there's a lot that goes into it. You have to be willing to work hard. There's a lot of computer time that goes into it, and you have to be consistent. You have to have a very unique voice, whether you're talking about food or fashion or beauty. You have to have something that stands out to other people, that they're going to come to you for a resource, and you have to be that value to your readers and your followers, because that's going to make them stick along and continue to read your blog and come to your Instagram for inspiration. So I think just always putting your followers and your readers in mind when you're creating posts or when you're maybe making a food guide, always make it user friendly and have that added value, but be really consistent. And I would give it all you have for at least a year, and if it doesn't work out, then at least you tried your hardest. But I think people give up so soon, and they're like, oh, it didn't work out, I tried it for a month. If I would have given up after a month, I would never be here either. So you really have to work hard at it.
So the tip, work hard, keep going, and stay motivated.
Yeah, and be consistent.
Be consistent. That's it. Thank you so much for that.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. And I would say maybe see you next time for the next interview. Fabian Arnold and Brittany Xavier. Bye bye.
Well, that worked out.
That was cool.